The building form and massing must be considered in respect to the landscape strategy. So here's the meaning of building form and massing. Building form and massing are traditionally zoning ordinance deal with aspect of physical form by setting specific of height, setback and coverage. Conceptually, the building form occur within the space between the landscape as supposed to landscape filling the voids between building form. There are composition in 3 dimensions, which is shape, size, and orientation all define the form and massing of a volume. The form can be simple as a cube. It can be an additive or subtractive, regular or irregular, stable or dynamic, characterless, linear or radial, unique or repetitive, formal or informal.
Purposes and function. Here for overall, we get to know the relationship between building and space, which depend on specific of each site and its goals. We divided it into 2 components. Number 1 is building use. In building use, the purposes is to identify, categorize, and locate existing building use, followed up by identifying and locate the active and non-active building frontage. Component 2 include building form and massing. The purposes here is to identify existing building form within site and its contact. Next is to identify building age profile, identify existing building massing within site and its contacts. Here we have examples such as parcel size, building density, and plot size. Last but not least, the function of building use, form, and massing is to identify the shadow pattern corridor.
The first stage is pre-design. So basically, pre-design activity is the project and owner goals and clear indicator for measuring the meeting of this goal at various stages of the project life cycle. The pre-design activity usually involve only the owner or his representative. If the project is engaging a commissioning agent, he should be brought at this stage to document the owner project requirement and goals. Second process is the concept design. After the pre-design activities are complete, graphical illustration for the project, either in wall or in part, will be produced as an initial conceptual idea of the project. The sketches are made to form a starting point. A series of integrated design careers, such as in the form of workshop, focus, team meeting, brainstorming session, or community engagement event will be held during this stage. The third process is design development stage. This process is moving the project from conceptual stage into detailed design stage. Schematic design would have been produced. Indicative budgetary costing should also be derived. The detail would be explored in greater depth to eventually produce architecture and engineering drawing.
Okay, now I will continue about the building process. After we go through the concept and development stage, we will continue through the construction stage. Okay, as the project progresses toward the construction phases, more and more stakeholders will be brought into it. Subcontractor, supplier of equipment and material who are not already on board should be brought into the integrated design process. Decision previously made should be clarified with them and contract document should be reviewed. And next is we go into the building commissioning. Once the development is complete and prior to handover and occupancies, commissioning of installer energy related system must be conducted to verify that they are installed and calibrated to perform according to the project requirement based on the design and construction document. The commissioning should be coordinated and led by the commissioning agent. The complete documentation relating to building performance and green feature should also be handed over the user and facility management team. And for the last and not least, we are going to the post-occupancy stage. During building operation, POE audit can be conducted to verify that the performance parameter can be maintained in the long term. This is usually done 1 year after the substantial occupancy. The facility management team and building owner must allocate sufficient budget for POE audit and regular maintenance.
Next is about the relevance on how building use, form and massing influence the urban user. Number 1 is building use. Building use is about the function, which is by highlighting the various types of function of buildings. The second one is building form, which is a good street network coverage will contribute to user access, which is to reach their target location. And the third one is building massing, which is a proper building arrangement to liven up the urban atmosphere. As a result, The existence of different functions or types of building will allow users to access to obtain the required needs and service, and this will drive to create an active frontage, which is also will help to create a connection between building to building, which is this is happen because with the presence of the users, and the few terms of this will help to create a living city.